Good afternoon, people. This is a little impromptu live. Hello, Jordan. I'm just on grandfather duty. Hi, Suffolk. Yeah, doing well, thank you very much. I'm on, as I say, I'm on grandfather duty. I'm just helping out my daughter. So I'm parked in the locality, and while I'm waiting, I thought I'd have a chat with you guys and girls. So if she turns up, I will go off pretty sharpish. So forgive me if it seems rude, but it won't be being rude. Just yeah. So I just thought I'd come and have a chat. Smoking a cigar at the moment. Yeah, the weather's pretty good today. I'm smoking a Partagas P2 at the moment. So hi John Walker, hi Driven Smoke, and Deplorable Basket Piper. I'm kind of gagging to get back into the garage, into the workshop. I haven't yet. Hi Razvan. I haven't played with making a pipe for a good few weeks now. Yeah, that nail tool I do want to get to use. Hi Paul, how you doing? So I've still got a few blocks of briar left. So that's what I really would like to do next time, is to do a nice, probably be a smallish pipe. I've only got one big block left. Hi Cigar Smoking Vets 2. I'd like to know what happened to Vets 1. Is it a free day for us tomorrow? No. We have a bank holiday on Monday, I think. No, we just had one. We've got one on the 27th of May, I think. I might be getting it wrong. I get confused. It is this weekend. So presumably it's bank holiday. Have we got a bank holiday this Monday, the 6th? Or have we had it already? I think we've had it already. And then we've got another one on the 27th. I know that because I'm going away. Hi John. I don't know which bulldog you're talking about. We have one on the 6th. Cool. That makes me very happy. Thanks, Tim. So the 27th I'm going away for a few days. And then it's nice to have one on the 6th. That means I've got a day at home moping around. Maybe I'll get a couple of pipes done. Sorry about that, the connection's a bit iffy. You all still with me? Cool. Sorry, what were we saying? Yeah, the bulldog, John. I'm really not sure which, when you say natural finish, do you mean a polished smooth bulldog, or do you mean one which hasn't been polished at all and it's rough, sort of natural briar? The only one that I can think of is the Nirup, which is quite a stubby bulldog. But I've not put that up for sale at all, I don't think. The only bulldog I think I've put up for sale is the Boswell one. Pipes and Pictures, good afternoon. All right, maybe somebody else knows what you're on about, and I've just had a brain fart. John here is looking for on one of my videos. He's seen an unfinished bulldog pipe. Anybody know what he's referring to? Or natural finish, as he calls it. I've never bought Suffolk. I've never bought a pipe on Amazon. You don't tend to find real sort of. You don't find estate pipes. So I don't think I've ever seen an estate pipe on Amazon. And in terms of the new ones, you generally tend to find the cheapy sort of £10 pearwood ones. You know, those kind of things with the great engravings on it and that kind of thing. I've not found any recognized makes on Amazon in terms of pipes, but in terms of eBay, I've had all in all, I would say I've had an awesome experience on eBay with buying pipes. Absolutely awesome. I would be nowhere without eBay, really. My collection, if you want to call it, or the pipes that I have, at the moment I've probably got in the regions of about 50 or 60 pipes, but in the 3.5 years that I've been smoking a pipe, I've probably had upwards of a couple of 100 pipes go past my desk, if you like, if not more, because I rotate all the time, and I kind of continuously fine tune what I smoke all the time, and there was a time when sometimes I passed on a pipe and I regretted it. But I've come to the point now where if I pass in a pipe and it goes to a good home, I'm really happy about that. One such pipe which I had a similar experience recently was the Soren Refberg bent billiard, one of my all-time favourite pipes. I not converted to 9mm, and I really struggled to let that one go. But I did put it in the last pipe sale, the one before the current one, and it went. We nearly even pulled out of the sale after the guy I paid. I was thinking of sending him a refund. But I didn't. I decided no. I made a decision, stick to my word, and I'm going to let it go. And what I've done is that in my mind, I've told myself that these are all part of a jigsaw puzzle. Each pipe is a jigsaw piece, and even though, and that jigsaw puzzle is my experience, overall experience of pipe smoking. It doesn't matter if that jigsaw piece is still here or not, but it will always be part of that jigsaw puzzle. And that's how I'm looking at it, if that makes any sense. So a pipe which I don't smoke, most of them I'll sell. There are, as I keep saying, there is the odd exception where I'll keep the pipe because for whatever reason. But generally speaking, I tend not to regret too much the ones that I've passed on. But that does mean that I've got, as I say, quite a steady sort of changeover of pipes. But throughout, there are some which have stayed with me all the way through. And originally, it was, I kind of thought to myself that I'm, really getting to grips with the type of shape that I like. I like this shape or that shape, and I was kind of then, at one stage at the beginning, I was going for bent pipes, then I went for straight pipes, then slightly bent. And what I've realized, I think, over the few years is that it's not so much about the shape, but it's about the smokability of it. And subconsciously, I've been kind of gravitating towards the pipes that I felt smoked the best. Didn't always know why. And then slowly, as time goes by, and I'm really realizing that you just need time to really hone in on what you like. And I've got some pipes now which are straight, some which are semi-bent, and some which are fully bent, and some which I like, and I'm absolutely in love with them, regardless of the shape. And it's just some pipes smoke better than others. I can't always say why that is. And then, of course, you've got the issue with the taste. Some pipes just taste good from the off, and some really take time to break in, and some you never get a good smoke out of, one that you really enjoy. A good example for me was that Soren Refberg, the bent brandy, that sort of semi-bent brandy, the one with the boxwood insert. That one I couldn't get a decent smoke out of it. The flavors, I just wasn't happening for me. And high Austrian, but I just loved the pipe. I liked the way the pipe looked. It looked so Danish to me. It looked really a classic bent sort of brandy shape, and I just didn't want to pass it on. And then I find with experimentation, some pipes they deliver in the end. What are you all smoking today? You buy straight from 7 Early, cool. It is a really nice looking pipe, I must admit. Although the Tom Phillips pipe that I've been featuring in a couple of videos, the last couple of videos, that's a looker as well. It's not as portable. I was quite surprised that I took it with me in the car today, but I was really desperate to give it another smoke. I was starting to get a little bit worried about my Tom Phillips pipes because there was a pot which I sold in one of my sales recently, and the Bulldog that I've got from him smokes very well actually, and the chances are is because it's a stubby Bulldog that I don't notice that issue with the draft. So the freehand, which I just re-drilled, that one I was really struggling with, and I was kind of humming and hawing and thinking whether to put it out for sale, but I really didn't want to because Tom Phillips is a local, well, locally he's a UK guy. He's on the UK TPC. I've had a lot of contact with him, and I really felt that I wanted to keep his pipes. I wanted to be sort of loyal to his pipes. He doesn't make pipes anymore. Hopefully he'll still come back into it. I don't think he's got rid of his lathe, but at the moment he's not doing it. And I didn't want to get rid of all of his pipes, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and see if I can make something out of this pipe, and I did that with the re-drilling, and it's completely... See you, Paul, thanks very much for joining. I'm going in a second as well. So I really am delighted that I managed to turn it around for that pipe, and in future that's something that I'll do again if I find I'm not enjoying a particular smoke in terms of how it's smoking. So that was a bit of an eye-opener for me as well. I don't think I've ever tried plum cake. A Ciroc Castello, very nice deplorable. I haven't had the pleasure of owning a Castello yet. I almost owned one just the other day because Mike at Briar Blues brought back a bunch of Castellos, and he gave me first refusal on a 9mm Ciroc natural short Canadian. But funds just don't allow at the moment. Timing was just awful because I've got too much outgoings at the moment, far too much outgoings for the various things that are going on in my life, and I just can't afford it right now. So I had to satisfy myself with a couple of estate pipes on eBay for a fraction of the money. And I've also picked up a Peterson, which I wouldn't usually do, but I need to have a Peterson for the slow smoke competition coming up at the Pipe Club on in a couple of weeks' time. So I picked up one of those. I could have bought one on the day, but they would have been retail prices from Peterson, so probably would have been quite expensive. Are you in Denmark, deplorable? Or in America? Or UK, for that matter, or anywhere? So I had to pass on that, unfortunately. It's very rare to find a 9mm Castello. They don't make them, so somebody must have converted it. I believe it was done in Italy somewhere. So Mike brought that back. He sent me pictures of it and he offered it up to me, but I've had to pass. You're in Austria, right? I really do need to find somebody in Denmark to get friendly with, to get me some tobacco from Danish Pipe Shop. Got to do that sometime. If any of you guys got a contact in Denmark and are willing to share, that would be cool. I did toy with the idea of getting a Castello just from anywhere, whether online or Danish Pipe Shop, and converting it myself, but I'll probably at some point in the future keep a lookout for one on eBay or somewhere like that, an estate one, and then maybe convert it myself, or even give it to somebody to convert, because drilling the mortise is not a problem. It's more the stem end of things which I've not done as yet. The only conversions that I've done are with other stems, but to take an existing stem, cut off the existing tenon and put in a 9mm tenon, that's a challenge which I haven't undertaken yet, and I may well experiment that on old stems, any old stems that I've got, just to see if I can do it. The main problem is keeping it central, but it's something that I will try before long. I mean, I've got a box full of new stems, unfinished stems, the pressed ones, so I might just use a couple of those in the experimentation. Really? Suffolk? That's a new one on me. I'd have to check that out. I didn't know they started selling Castellos. Well, if you do go deplorable, have me in mind. Do let me know. If you're willing and able to get me a few tins of that vintage flake, I would be very grateful. Obviously, I'll pay you for that. Has anybody managed to get... I guess they're not going to invest heavily initially. They'll probably get a few Castellos, see how they sell, see if the market can sustain those kind of prices, and I guess it'd get more. Has anybody got managed to get hold of the recent small batch release from Cornell & Deal?